Hello everyone, it's the Bengineer here. Today we're going back to Pennsylvania. Up, that's north of us. Somewhere north, I don't know where. We're going back to Pennsylvania to see 4014 on its East Coast tour. And this is probably going to be a set of like 4 videos. One video is going to be all about 4014, which is this video. We might throw in some, and everything I saw while in like Altoona, not Horseshoe Curve, not the other spots, blah blah blah, all that. So this is all gonna be 4014 in Altoona. Next episode will be on the trains we saw at Horseshoe Curve, and like Johnstown and the other spots and all that stuff. And then the video after that will be covering the Everett Railroad. So with that, we're gonna go see what we can find in Altoona, Pennsylvania, because of course that's where I chose to follow Big Boy. And we're also gonna do a video from Johnstown where I chased the Big Boy too. So let's go. I'm not gonna show any of the part of the funny story where me and my dad we're going to go to the Airbnb, and then we said, frick it, Big Boy might be late getting to Altoona, so let's go check. And I'm not going to show the part of me getting out of the car and running as quick as I could after seeing the NSOCS cars going in. And I'm like, oh crap, we missed it. Not knowing that they were reversing. So when the large lad came into view, take note of the 3 units trailing behind it. UP 1776, NS 1776, and UP 1616. 1616 we've seen before, but not the other 2. And take note, because later there'll be 5 units. And also, I want to add how excited I was to see both of the ox tenders with 4014, because I've only seen the one without the flag. But now, here's the actual thing. The Big Boy, the 4014, the 4884 that everyone's been waiting for, with white walls, or what Ed calls it, silver something, I don't know. With that one truck not looking so white, though. And now we cut to another video of me just walking alongside Big Boy, trying to see if there's another spot I could get to when I'm closer to the cab, because the entire point of this trip was, well, a highlight that I wanted to do of this trip, but to meet Ed since last time I got ignored. But, later basically. Right now, here's just me walking, and look at all the freaking people foaming here. Like, holy crap. And while Big Boy was stopped, we had NS come in with some normal power, come past for a nice train meet from modern to original. But ignoring that, I'd run about probably 8 car lengths down to get a shot of them backing up on this bridge, hoping there'd be a spot somewhere near the train so I could get good video. And my oh my, there was a spot dead atop of where the train was backing up, so I got a great video of the Heritage units and 4014 backing up. So that got Polar Expressy real quick. But now, about 30 minutes after Big Boy left, only the true foamers stayed to see this train. Just a normal NS train with a C6M Gevo and another C6M trailing. And now we get to the part in the car where we have yard. I think that's the name, if I can't remember correctly. With all the NS trains. And yes, that was Big Boy parked. But we're just going to watch all the deadlines because there was a Heritage unit or 2 here. There's the NS safety train. Now at the gas station with the best view ever, we can see all the way into Rose Yard where we see 4014 backing up and 2 more NS Heritage units. Soaring Eagle, whatever it's called, and here comes 413. I gotta cut the video because you just gotta listen to this echo. And we saw a Loram train and some BNSF on this day. And as I just said, we learned that the Airbnb was just a 5-minute walk from the tracks. So as soon as we unpacked, I put on a hat and ran down to where I thought the tracks would be, and I didn't see any tracks. So what did I do? I walked through the woods, of course. I'm all cooped up in the woods, and I see the big thing. Yeah, here's all I can see of it. So this day was like an NS crew members day, so only NS crews could go see it on this day, but tomorrow we'll go and get a much closer look. And when I said a much closer look, I mean more of a look that's 2 feet away from the freaking engine. It's so crazy that they just let us go into this random yard. And one of the coolest parts there is they were letting people go into the NS safety train. And yes, they basically legit just built a house inside of a train. Slug unit. Alright, so if you didn't think trains are big and scary, we have a ES44, which is something you'll probably see very often out on the road. And of course behind me is safety trains. That's why I'm talking about safety. Because one, I must tell you, this is not trespassing. I'm not. This is fully allowed. I would say don't get near this, because that would probably kill you if you get hit by this. A couple million tons of train coming at you at God knows how fast. That'll do something to you and also your car. So I would say don't get on the tracks. Look both ways at crossings. As I drop my phone, everything you can, just try not to get hit by these guys. And after I took that, me and some other foamers noticed another one when it comes to heritage units. A solo leader, another freaking landmark unit. We've seen 3. 2 of them are on display, and now this one's just passing through like it's nobody's business. Does anyone want to see my new chair? It's such a great chair. And I got to see them do a slight blowdown with 4014. But this is when the coolest part of the trip happened. Yes, I got to meet the man who's probably the king of foamers because of his job, and who's the, I think, one of, if not the only person allowed to run the 4014. And then as you saw in the clip with that signature I got from Ed, we'd head to Porsche Curve, but that's for the next video with the most godly horn show in the history of the world. And then after, we would go back to the Altoona area and just see what we could find. And we got some pretty good results with this train popping up only a few minutes after we arrived. And then after chatting with some friends and hearing more rumbling, I'd run to that same bridge I caught 4014 at with this train with a great DPU. Great DPU. And I had made some friends who were down below and couldn't really see what was going on. So yes, I did scream the road number of this engine to make sure they knew what was coming. And now here comes the American Passenger Rail Services Amtrak here in Altoona, passing another train which I forgot to film the engines for. But here comes Amtrak with a P42DC. What on God's great earth are these two helping with? I mean, they're helpers, aren't they? What are they helping with? Again, what are they helping with? Why? Why do they have two Gevos with an ACU? What are they helping? No one will ever know how many cancers I got from this ACU right now. Yeah, if you go between Johnstown and Altoona, there's probably going to be about train every, let me think, 20 to 30 minutes, I swear. More C6Ms. Say it with me now. What are you helping with? It's those big chum. And now it is the day that 4014 leaves, so I get there bright and early, just in time to get up top the bridge and see this NS train come with two BNSF locomotives, an H2, I think -9, and a SD70 Ace. As I alluded to earlier with the 8102, my favorite heritage unit would come, the one that I've always wanted to see, the NS 1066, and oh my god, it was so cool to see this. And then with that, we'd get another cool train in the form of this train with a C6M leader and a CP, Canadian Pacific ES44. Next up on the line of pit, we have two more very fancy and modern C6Ms. And I do not know why this clip has no sound. Now, here we get to the clip of 4014 leaving Altoona, Pennsylvania. Now I'm going to hand this part of the video to my good buddy, the Fallen Flag fan. That's his YouTube channel. Because he made a bit for his video about this, and I asked if I could use it for learning. He said yes, so.
During the eastern leg of the tour, the consist of NSO 61, aka the Merger Distraction Tour, had changed slightly. That morning, when it departed Fort Wayne, the consist was made up of 4014 leading, of course, its 2 artillery tenders, UP 1616, the Abraham Lincoln unit, which had been added to the train in Steamtown, NS 2026, the new Lady Liberty unit, which had also been recently painted and added to the tour in Altoona, NS 250, which had also been painted in Altoona and added there, NS 1776, which had been on the tour set in Chicago, UP 1776, a disgusting slop unit I don't like thinking about.
So, yeah, that's a pretty crazy lash up. 5 HEs, well, 1 stick for 4 heritage units, and then you got the big, larger lad 4014. With that, here it comes, coming through, back, leaving Altoona. And then you can see me try to get a shot from the other side, and I'm like, yeah, that shot won't work. So then I run down a little bit farther away so I could get the perfect shot where I can see more of the side of the train. I'm not going to bore you with watching all the yellow passenger cars go past at about 7 miles an hour, maybe less, probably less actually. So we're just going to skip to the last few NSOCS cars and see the Marco Polo, which I have seen before. Because it used to, and I think it's already back there. It lives at the Southeastern Railroad Museum. And NS called them and said, hey, can we have this for our tour? And they said yes. So I've already seen this thing, but I never thought I would see it on actual train. Yeah. Especially now with 4014 needing. So that was a big tree, and they even have a special plate on the back. And of course, right when we leave, we miss this train with a Dash 9 and a CN Vivo on it. Yeah, you win some, you lose some. And we'd show up in Johnstown, me getting out of the car immediately, hearing the whales singing and running over, hoping to see a train, and my oh my, I had the perfect timing ever. Is there something coming? I met a guy while out here in Johnstown who worked for Amtrak, pretty high up for Amtrak, so I know some pretty cool things I would not be seeing but they're going to be doing some pretty cool stuff though, quite soon. And anyways, here we see this other eastbound going eastbound. I don't know what to say. Now, me clearly seeing and knowing that I was not 25 feet back right here, I talked to a, Johnstown, Pennsylvania police officer. And I said, "Is it okay if I film here with my tripod here?" And he's like, "Yeah, I don't care. I don't work for a railroad. Just you can be there. I don't care as long as you're not on the tracks. You're fine." I'm like, "Yeah." Now, this time we're gonna watch the whole train go by since they actually have some speed and I actually got a good shot. And then after we went to the Railroaders Memorial Museum, and there was this NS coal train coming out leaving through the window, but I was too obsessed playing with this I think SD40 brake stand, throttle stand, whatever it's called stand. Just having fun because it's really cool if you ever can get your hands on even something that is related to locomotive controls, because being each notch and all those things, it's super cool. And here's 1361. Not looking so hot. Depressed flat car with way too many trucks from the PRR. And here we see an NS coal train where we get joked out by the horn show. And now we see a manifest with a single C6M going about the speed of a snail. This is legit sped up to about 1.3x speed. Please, someone help me. After that train cleared, I'd run to the car to try to get a bottle of water, not knowing that I just missed a train with a KCS Ace. So we hopped in the car and went to another spot to see that same KCS Ace.
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
And the weird thing about this was every Amtrak we saw on this trip had the same locomotive leading 134, so it looks like it's all just one train. And while at this same spot, we would see one, and sadly 2 more trains technically, and the reason I say sadly, you'll just have to watch. And then after that, we'd head back to the Airbnb, and then, well, I got word from a friend via text saying, hey, you know the Virginian's on a train headed towards you? What? So, I went out to the tracks in the Airbnb and waited, saw a few trains, and the second I saw the Heritage Unit get out of view, I left, so this is just going to be the trains I saw there. And then this train was kind of special. It had a CNGvo trailing. And I knew from my friend that the 1067, I think was the number 1069, the Virginian was on an intermodal. And there are 2 intermodals entering the yard from the same direction. So I'm like, okay, please don't, 1, get blocked, and 2, let me see the Virginian. And we got blessed today, guys. And with seeing the 1069 after waiting almost 2 hours to see it, right in that spot actually, I won. I'll show you something. I won was given this gift, as you can probably tell already what it is. But it's confusing because it's not a full NS worker vest. It's only the back part. So here, let's get this. There you go. Let's see which side's the back. Here's the back. So I don't know what happened to the front part. He never gave me the front, but if I had to guess how it would be, is you'd wear it something like this, and you'd have your remote belt pack down here coming around your waist or something. That's my guess. I'm not sure because it's more of a cape than a vest. But we got that from the trip, well, from that little bit of waiting, and we would go back to the Airbnb because I was exhausted from waiting all that time, seeing mediocre trains at best while waiting, and for the Heritage Unit to not even be leading. So that was a long time, and then I'd get to the Airbnb, fall asleep, start packing early in the morning, and head back to the airport. I will say this, I did see another Heritage Unit on the way to the airport. I'm mad I didn't get a photo. It was the Wheeling Lake Erie 1776. There's a picture right up there. Somewhere. So I'm kind of mad I didn't get full of that, but in the next few months, probably by, let's say early October, late September, mid-September, actually whenever I can, I'll be trying to get the other 3 videos out from the Everett Railroad and Horseshoe Curve. So only 2 more videos, I guess. And then hopefully sometime in December I'll make a video or 2 about my Chattanooga, Tennessee trip, because that was pretty fun. But with that, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys somewhere out there on the high end very soon. See ya.
On the railroad, just pray we don't run into the Cheyenne. Way-o on the railroad.